So today I have another episode of Battlefield Inbox for you guys. I got a really insane response last week, so I've officially decided to make this a series here on my channel. So the first question this week comes from Luke Smith, and he wants to know, what do you think of the upcoming Nuclear Warfare in the Final Stand DLC? Well, I feel as though it's a cool idea overall. Now, I haven't heard too much about this nuclear warfare business, to be honest. Now, although it sounds cool, whether or not it actually goes over well will depend on DICE's ability to implement it correctly into the game. Now, I would absolutely love to see some nuclear levolution in Final Stand to sort of fit the theme for this DLC. Now, Final Stand is actually the last DLC to come out, so it has to go out with a bang. See what I did there? Bang, nukes, get it? Wow, I need friends. But anyways, the next question comes from I'm That Guy Randy, and he said, do you think Battlefield will ever be more popular than Call of Duty? Well, to be honest, I think that Battlefield has the potential to be more popular. It's just Call of Duty has a lot more fans because of how basic the game actually is. Now, if DICE didn't plague the game with all these game-breaking bugs, such as rubber banding, the death shield, and countless other issues, then it would most likely have beaten Call of Duty. Now, since the most recent Call of Duty game had disappointed most fans, making them quit playing, DICE and EA could have easily scooped up all of those people and converted them into Battlefield fans. Now, that's actually how I got into Battlefield myself. I was utterly disappointed in Call of Duty, so I decided to give Battlefield a shot, and I actually fell in love with the game. Now, I remember playing for countless hours at a time back in the Battlefield 3 days, so overall Battlefield has the potential to be more popular. It's just applying that potential to be a more successful game franchise. The next question this week comes from Killer Dan12, and he said, do you spit or swallow? Yeah, I'll just leave it at that. But anyways, the next question comes from Santiago Cariz, and he said, what was the first Battlefield game you played? Now, my first Battlefield game, like I just said, was Battlefield 3. Now, I didn't actually play it during the release, but I actually bought it about a year and a half ago for Xbox 360. Now, keep in mind that it was really well optimized for the 360, but overall, I would have liked to play it on a PC. Now, I did spend a countless amount of time on that game. I probably put in about 400 hours about, so overall, I think that game was amazing and well optimized. Now, do I think it's better than Battlefield 3? Well, I'll leave that for another video. Now, the next question this week comes from Dragon Butt once again, and he wants to know, have you ever thought about doing subscriber events like the Doom 49ers or something along the lines of that? I have actually thought about doing this, but I am concerned about how many people would actually like to do this. I usually tweet out servers I am playing on for people to join, but only a few people actually do, so until I get a lot more subscribers that would like to participate in something like this, I'm going to hold off on the idea. Now, the next question comes from Clone Krieger, and he wants to know, do you think DICE will ever remove the 44 Magnum and MP412 Rex bullet delay? Well, to be fair, DICE is actually making the weapons fire like they do in real life. Now, although that is a bit too real for a video game, especially a first-person shooter, so I think they should remove the delays, but will they? Probably not. I would just be glad that we have this Swag 40, also known as the SW40 revolver, that can fire as fast as it does. The next question comes from Matt Allen, and he wants to know, greatest moment playing Battlefield. Now, this is kind of a tough choice. I don't really have any amazing moments from Battlefield 4, so I guess it will have to be from Battlefield 3. So basically, I was in a tank on Caspian border, and a jet is flying way off in the distance, so I'm like, what the hell, and fire a tank shot in the direction of this jet. Next thing I know, it hits the jet randomly, and my best guess would have to be about 500 to 1,000 meters for the shot, so overall, it was amazing. The next question comes from my good friend Badger, and he wants to know, what do you think the definition of a good/great game is? Also, what is your opinion on the Halo franchise? So in my opinion, I think a game can be good if it's fun to play over a long period of time. So take DayZ for example, fantastic survival game and zombie game. I can spend hours of my time playing it without getting bored. Now there's always something to do that interests me. So as long as a game is interesting to me, I think it's a good game. Also, it has to be almost non-existent of game-breaking bugs because it will just piss me off to play it. So as for my opinion on the Halo franchise, I think it's a fun game, I just don't like it enough to play it. But anyways, the last question this week comes from Mr. B on Twitter, and he wants to know, what do you think of making explosive grenades and grenade launchers not being able to be replenished or refilled by ammo boxes? Well, I think it's a great idea. It would instantly result in less spam, frustration, and make Operation Locker 64 player servers not seem so scary to play on. Now once again, do I think DICE will actually do this? Well, no. They've got much bigger things to deal with right now, such as the death shield and rubber banding bugs, before they will even consider doing this. Anyways, that just about wraps up this week's Battlefield Inbox video. If you enjoyed it, then don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for the latest Battlefield 4 content. Now if you guys are interested in getting your questions featured in this series, then please ask them down below in the comments. Thanks for watching everyone, but until next time, this is Zainab, and I hope to see you all in the next one.